All right, y'all. Happy Sunday. I am super excited to be with you guys here today. I'm the Stonk Dad. You guys know the drill by now. Every Sunday, I usually post a Convergence backtest video, and this is that video. So if you want to see how well Convergence performed in the past week, this is your video. Now, if you're reviewing this later on in the future, still the same rule applies. If you get in on colored flips on the Convergence tool, there is about a 80% win rate that trade will go into the green. Now, let's get right into it. If you guys don't know what Convergence is, I have plenty of other videos going over what Convergence is, but I will briefly go over it in today's video, okay? So let's move on over to the charts. Okay, so here is the Convergence market net flow tool. You can see that calls are the green line, puts are the red line down here. This is the flow from Friday. It's Sunday, so the market is not open. And then the white line here is the price of the S&P 500 ETF SPY. Now, so let's go down to Monday the 4th. We'll look at the flow on that day. We'll take a screenshot here. If my computer will work, there we go. Okay, so here is the market net flow tool for Monday. You can see the white line is SPY. We had a pretty flat day. When we started in the morning, we started at about 456. We went up slightly, came back down, and then came right back up. It was a bearish day, so let's look at the Convergence down here. Now, a little recap of what Convergence is. It's the strength of the price action relative to the flow data. So if price is moving in favor of wherever the flow is, in this case, it is bearish, with the put line, the red line up above, the net cumulative net premiums above 0. Then the Convergence tool will flip red in this case. So right here, we can move the little ruler. Now I had a few suggestions, I can't speak, a few suggestions to do a straight line tool. In this case, it's kind of easy because you can see the red line or the red dot. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does. So we'll just do that there. You can see that the Convergence tool down here flipped red right here, and we went down about from 456 all the way down to 454.50. So a $1 move to the $1.50 move to the downside on SPY is excellent for this trade right here. That is a fat W there. You can see how well Convergence did here when we kind of bottomed. You could see that it kind of figured out that price was going to head back up, and then it flipped gray, and you could have rode it back up there. Right here, it's not too bad. So let me go to the ruler tool again. You can clearly see it where it flipped there, but I'm going to do it for the video. Okay, let's remove that. So it flipped about there. It looks like it did head down, so it was choppy for the most part up until we got the nice dip down from about 456 down to 455.50, which is right here, the low. So we're going to count that one as a win. Remember, guys, so my rule of thumb for these backtesting videos is if Convergence flips a certain color, in this case red, and the price moves down 50 cents or up 50 cents, depending on what flow is, we will count that as a win. Now, on the contrary, if it goes up or down, depending on what flow is, that will be a loss. And it'll make more sense as I go on with this video, okay? So that one was a win there. It looks like it flipped a few times over here, so it did get kind of shaky towards the end of the day. So we're going to have to count a couple of these as losses. So it looks like if it did go up 50 cents or more after the flip, then we would have to count that as a loss. But in this case, it looks like this one would be a wash right here. So we're not going to count that one. This one here probably was the loss of the day. You can see that it got there and then it went up, quite a spike there, and then it flipped again here. So we're going to have to count that one as a loss as well, because you can see the clear uptrend there. Even though it did flip gray, and my rule of thumb is always to get out on gray Convergence no matter what, and either play the opposite end or whatnot, or just stay out. So in this case, we had 2 for 4. Not a great start there, to say the least, but that's okay. Let me post it over here so I can have it. There we go. Okay, so that was Monday. Let's move on to Tuesday. Another bearish day, not as clear as Monday, but let's see here. So we don't count the first 15 minutes of market, so that gray convergence means nothing. So it looks like it did flip green slightly here. So let me move the ruler back over. Do it 90 degrees. Looks like it flipped about there. It's kind of hard to see it because it's so small and it didn't last for very long. But it looks like it flipped about there on price action. So a little bit before that push up, but even if you held it for a little while, you would have ended up okay up until this red convergence here. So we're going to count that one as a win because that did move up almost $1, maybe 75 cents or so after that flipped. And then red convergence here. We're going to see where that one flipped. Hold on. Some of these are a little bit harder to see, especially when, yeah, that one's a loss. I'm just going to count that one as loss. You can see that one easy, clear as day. See right there. It flipped right there. It went down, but then it went right back up after the gray convergence. We're going to count that one as a loss. Move that out of the way. Loss there. And then this one looks like a winner. Let's move the freaking ruler back. Oh, maybe not. This one though. Okay. So loss here. I'm not going to draw the arrows because it takes too much time. So loss there. This one was a win. You can see that it flipped there in the consolidation area. Try to draw it as straight as possible. So around there. That one was a good one. This one was also a very good one. You can see that it consolidated and then dropped. So that one was a win. Lots of flips here. So it looks like it did flip gray slightly there and then red. So that one will have to be a loss. You can see that it started to head up there. And then it got lots of flips over here too. So let's bring the ruler back here. That one looks like it would be a wash because it consolidated and then it headed up, and that was even before it flipped. So we're going to count that one as a wash trade. That one. And then this one looks like it would be a wash too. Yeah, probably. It did head down eventually. Excuse me. But regardless, it just chopped around. So it looks like, oh my gosh, lots of them. 3 wins and 2 losses. So we'll count that one 3 for 5. And post that over here. It got a little bit better the remainder of the week, if I remember correctly. Okay, let's see. This one did pretty good at keeping you out of long positions because of the gray convergence. So it looks like it did flip slightly there, but that only lasted a minute. And you would have gotten out immediately, so we're not going to count that one. This one did okay. You can see where it flipped here at the bottom. It did move up about 50 cents or so, maybe 75, so we will count that one. And then this one here, I'm not sure. Let me pull out the ruler. We did that one as today was, or sorry, not today. Wednesday is this day. It was kind of a volatile day, so the chart here is a little bit squished together. Okay, right there. So it looks like it did move up about 50 cents from that entry. But other than that, it did chop around. We will count that one as a win because it went from like 456.50-ish to 457, it looks like. Yep. And then the rest of the day was clearly gray. So 2 wins, 2 for 2, not bad. Pretty much kept you out from the long side, and we trended down for most of the day. So those small wins were the only ones you probably could have gotten in unless you got into great convergence there. Okay, so that's Wednesday. Excuse me, man, I hope I'm not getting sick. Okay, let's go to Thursday. Thursday and Friday I think were the really good days. So let's take a screenshot there. Bring out the ruler. 90 degrees. Looks like it flipped about halfway through this push up here. Right there. Okay, not bad. So that one was a clear winner. It did head back down, but if you were a risk manager, you could have gotten out there with about a 75-cent gain on SPY. And then it flipped a couple times right here. This one you probably would have gotten out a winner because it looks like it flipped and then it would gray within a couple minutes and then back up. So nothing too crazy here, but this one right here was the winner. We won't count this one as a win or loss because it just chopped around until this big one. And then right here, this one looks like a good one. I'm not going to use the ruler on this one because you can clearly see that that one was a winner. And then this one as well. 2 winners there. And then towards the end of the day, it did flip green too. And it did have a slight push up there. I probably won't count that one just because that was about 25 cents it looks like. But these ones were good here. So 4 for 4 on Thursday. Very good. Friday was the excellent day, man. We had a really good day Friday. Okay. Big bullish day. 2 clear winners on Convergence. You can see that it flipped here on this green dot. Huge push up. $2.50 or so on SPY, and then we got a all-day green Convergence pretty much for the rest of the day here, from 458 all the way up to that high 460.50 or so. So 2 for 2. That definitely boosted up the win rate a little bit. So let's tally it all up. Woohoo! Drum roll, please. So we had 6, 8, 13, 17 trades, and how many losers? 2, 4 losers. So it went 13 for 17 trades on Convergence flips. Not bad. Let's bring out the calculator. 13 divided by 17. 76% win rate, guys. Not bad. Oh, it's kind of flipped, but you can see 76. Not a bad win rate. It's on average about 80, so definitely a good week. But yeah, guys, this is the tool that I use almost every single day. When I look at flow, I look for the divergence between calls and puts. If it's bullish, kind of like you see here, I look for the green flips. And these are the these are probably my most favorite trades to get in when you see the huge divergence between the call premiums. As you can see on Friday, we hit very well on these Convergence flips, and you can hold those for most of the day. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just kind of we're getting in the motions here. We're doing it every single Sunday. I enjoy doing these backtest videos because it tells me how well the Convergence tool performed, what I could have done differently, what I'm looking at the charts, if I could have changed up anything if I did lose on a Convergence flip. But those losses always do come. This tool is not perfect, but strictly backtesting these tools, I mean, 76% win rate, strictly taking every single Convergence flip is pretty good. As long as you're disciplined, you should be walking out very green, no matter what day it is. But yeah, guys, if you want to hang out with me and talk about the Convergence tool, market net flow, GEX, levels, anything of that matter, hit me up in the link down below in the Discord. But yeah, guys, other than that, do these every single week. I enjoy them. Thank you guys for watching this video and staying through it this whole time. I know it can get a little boring, and that's okay. We're doing a backtest video, but Convergence is my all-time favorite tool. I love y'all and see y'all in the next one.